Lindsay Lohan and this fake accent.
I'm the librarian, and I came to read.
So it's the weekend, and for a lot of people, for most people, it's time for rest and relaxation. Those are the two R's that they use when they describe the weekend. But over here on Asian Expression, the two R's that we use are reading and roasting. So let's get into the reading and roasting! There is no rest for the weary. There's no relaxation for the tired, bitch. Get your asses up. It's time to read and roast. First of all, before I get into it, I want to let y'all know that how to get away with murder, how to get away with snatching my edges, how to get away with snatching my bussy, how to get away with stealing my credit, how to get away with lowering my credit and stepping on my neck with your kitten heels, Viola Davis. How to Get Away with Murder is back on, and I am tuning in. I was like, girl, I don't want this shit to go around like it's Scandal. I don't want y'all to take y'all time and give us 10, 11, 12 seasons of nothing but the runaround. But this latest season looked like it's good. We got to find out who the hell died at this gay ass wedding. It's not a gay wedding. There's no damn drama there. But the premise for the season is set up. Bonnie is over here being as conniving as she ever has been. Viola Davis is trying to be this new woman, but she was over here negotiating, bitch, and negotiating her salary and shit. I was like, girl, I want to be that type of bad bitch. You know what I mean? I want to be. She was over there negotiating, even though it did bite her in the ass a little bit later. But it's, girl, the fact that she was over there getting discouraged and shit, and then she was like, I don't know what to do. And then Frank came in there like, girl, you are the money, and you don't even see the amount of talent and power that you have. I was like, Frank, okay, you ain't shit, but you speaking to everybody who needs to hear it. But that's back on American Horror Story Apocalypse. I just caught up with all the episodes. That shit is sickening. TV is coming. House of Cards November 2nd. I'm ready to get my life, okay? Now, somebody who was taking life from me, sucking that shit away from me, vampire type of tease, someone who was taking my life away from me was Kanye West. I'll show you a picture of him. He was out here doing press in a Make America Great Again hat, and he had on a Colin Kaepernick shirt at the same time. I'm so tired of talking about Kanye West's old tap dancing for attention Bill Dash, but I just thought that it was very funny. It was very ironic that his outfit choices directly reflect his mindset. He's so fucking confused, willfully confused, blissfully ignorant. In this very event, he was over there defending all types of sexual abusers and all, you know what I mean? People who are convicted of sexual assault. He was defending their asses like he was defending Donald Trump. So, I mean, it's not surprising, but I just thought it was really hilarious. A lot of people think that they're such unique thinkers just because they're being controversial, and it's just like, yeah, girl, I'm all for being controversial, I'm all for being radical when it makes fucking sense. A lot of y'all think that just because someone approaches something from a different point of view, oh, he thinks differently. Okay, that's cool if someone thinks differently, but is what they're saying making any goddamn sense? Just because someone goes against the grain, okay, that's cool to go against the grain, because my ass, every day I live, I go against the grain. But bitch, does what you're doing make any sense? Is it efficient? Is it effective? Yes, it's so cool that people find detours. They don't take the main route. They find a detour to cut through the woods and shit. Okay, yes, that's what I do in my life too. But bitch, some of y'all faves take detours. They take them twice the amount of time to get to the point, as opposed to, y'all might as well have just taken the mainstream way, sis. Like, girl, your faves are not so special and unique because they say a bunch of dumb shit that makes them sound like the craziest conspiracy theorists ever. And I thought another interesting side to this whole conversation was the fact that, okay, y'all are so mad at Kanye West for doing this, but Nike does the same shit. And I was like, girl, okay, you might be onto something. Now, I did some research because there was a report that came out that said that Nike was apparently one of the biggest donators to the Republican Party. And so people were taking that and saying, okay, girl, so they're signing all these athletes, they're signing all these people, these black athletes, and then they turn around and giving that money to the Republican Party. And so I did some research, and you know, it was technicalities underneath that. Apparently they're saying that it's Nike's political action committee and individual employees who made them donations and shit. But I mean, the point still stands. The point still stands because these companies do, and it's not only Nike, these companies do things like that. They will have these public fronts to where they're like, okay, girl, I'm all for social progress. I'm all for everybody, you know, no discrimination type of teas. And then behind the scenes, their CEOs or the employees or the company itself will donate to causes or donate to parties that are literally in opposition of the very things that they're over here trying to be publicly outspoken about, you know, trying to fight for rights and shit when doing the opposite. So I was like, okay, that's a fair ass argument. If we're gonna talk about Kanye West doing this shit, we should talk about all the companies that we are over here gassing and kikiing with, who love to present us a marketing message in the front end, but on the back end, they're donating to our very destruction. So I was like, girl, that's a fair point. It's not cute. Speaking of things that are not cute, I wanna go ahead Whew, child. And talk about Miss Lindsay Lohan and this fake ass accent that she, I mean, that I've read some reports that said that she was probably in Moscow. I don't, like, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know where the fuck she was. She was over here. She saw apparently refugee family. She put on this fucking fake ass accent.
Come in my car and I'll buy you a hotel room.
And started following their asses around because she thought apparently that one of the kids was being trafficked when in all actuality it was a family, like she just said. I mean, she was following their ass. Do you want to come home with me? And she was talking to the mom. You know, you see somebody offering your kids a home. You need to, you need to be a hardworking mother to give them the shit that they. I was like, girl, this shit is too much. And Lindsay was so confident and she recorded herself live doing this shit. We would not have known that this shit went on if she did not take her ass, you know, go on the live stream and start recording this shit. She was recording this shit with faith and faith of a mustard seed. And let me tell you something, this shit is not gonna grow. She put that seed inside the ground. The ground didn't have enough nutrients to make that shit grow. And she knew that shit firsthand because she was knocked down to the ground.
And they were trying to run to me and I'm just like so scared.
Okay, so she can expect the nutrients for herself. She was knocked down to the ground by the mother. I cannot imagine, especially you probably don't know who this white woman is, no shade. You don't know who this woman is, talking about, oh, you can come home, and she following you all throughout the goddamn, girl, this mom turned around, punched her ass in the goddamn face, and kept it fucking pushing, and then Lindsay going to cry in the camera. Girl, we're not concerned, girl. We're not concerned. I want somebody, please, where is her caretaker? Please help Lindsay ass out. Please get her together because she's very lucky that all she got was a punch. When we talking about parents, okay? You following somebody, kids around like that, talking about come home with me, come home. You're lucky that a punch was all that your ass got, and that is just the real tea on that, okay? So I hope that Lindsay, instead of recording these events, I hope that you find somebody to talk to, please, because the way that you're broadcasting this all over the internet, it really does make me want to make sure that you get the help that you need. Make sure you get the assistance, the medical support that you need. Whatever it is that you need, sis, please get it, because these moms are gonna knock you out like it's Rock'em Sock'em Robots, okay? And here we are again, speaking of somebody who needs to receive some hands. Talking about knocking people out. Let's talk about somebody who needs to receive some hands, and it's none other than Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson, let me tell you something. I was joking, oh girl, yes, Ariana Grande is a size queen, girl. She's like, I was joking about that shit. Kiki, your ass would be a little bit more attractive if you didn't say some of the dumb shit that you always do. Now, girl, we've been seeing that your ass likes to fucking make jokes, and people will get in my fucking comments and get on Twitter talking, oh, it's just a joke. This is not no joke material to me, especially considering that your fiance has been through some bullshit this whole entire year, from her concert getting shot up to her ass getting groped the fuck up. And here you are on fucking, you go on these places to say the dumbest shit ever, talking about, oh, you know, it was cool to see all these people eyeing my girl down like that. You're talking about y'all didn't think nothing was wrong with this shit. It was no groping type of tease. I mean, all the shit that he said recently just reduces to Ariana Grande to just a slab of meat. I mean, we already know. I kind of picked up on how he talks about her, just like very trophy wife type of attitude that I'm getting from Pete Davidson, and it's not rubbing me the right way. I mean, he said he'd never been prouder of Bill Clinton when he was eyeing up Ariana Grande all up and down and shit. It's just, please, sis. Ariana girl, it's cool, we can kiki about your boyfriend, but sis, this ain't it. This ain't it, girl. So yeah, I mean, y'all are talking about this is jokes, and to me, there's nothing funny about the situation. There's nothing funny about what he said, so I'm just like, okay, where's the, I'm waiting for the punchline, you know, that, and a punchline, hopefully that's not your fucking fiance all the time. Like, please, can we get another ending to the joke? You know, can we get another element to rest the joke on, as opposed to the mental and emotional stability of your fucking fiance? Can we get another thing to rest the jokes on? All right, so let's go ahead and just talk about this confirmation hearing bullshit. Y'all already know, I've said this multiple times, y'all already know that I'm not here for Brett Kavanaugh's middle school acne face shape head ass. I'm not here for his intergalactic strength proactive needing ass. Do you hear what the fuck I'm saying? Ain't nothing on this planet that could help him. He needs to go ahead and ask Buzz Lightyear. Ask Matthew's ass from Interstellar. You need to go ahead and ask somebody from Voltron. You need to ask Princess Leia from Star Wars to go out to one of those outposts and get you a skin cream with intergalactic, multi-dimension, multi-universal power to help clean that motherfucking face up, Brett Kavanaugh. And since we're talking about cleaning things up, not even Olivia Pope could clean up this mess that is this whole fucking ordeal. Now, Dr. Ford went up there. If y'all aren't aware, Dr. Ford went up there and she gave her testimony, girl. There were a lot of points being brought up that if these people won't even believe the most privileged of white women, what does that say for people who aren't as privileged, people who don't have her fucking skin color, who are going through the same shit and receiving even less fucking consideration and respect that she is? That's the first thing. The second thing, we were focused on Brett Kavanaugh's reactions. He did not act like somebody who's innocent. I'm talking about, let's just bring up the examples. For one example, Senator and Minority Whip, we had Dick Durbin, asked Brett over and over if he wants an investigation done, and this is what he fucking said.
Judge Kavanaugh, will you support an FBI investigation right now?
I will do whatever the committee wants to.
Personally, do you think that's the best thing for us to do? You want to answer?
You know, look, Senator, I've
So it's just like, if you're talking about being focused on the truth, if you're talking about, oh, we want to get to the truth, and these people are offering, they're saying, hey sis, yes, these allegations are levied against you, so girl, let's just fucking investigate this shit and get it over with. And you're just like, well, girl, I'll do whatever the committee wants, but I'm innocent, just leave it alone. Okay, all right, what else happened? Camilla Harris was over here asking the same thing over and over, and he would not give her an answer that made any sense or a straight answer.
Are you willing to ask the White House to conduct an investigation by the FBI to get to whatever you believe is the bottom of the allegations that have been levied against you?
the FBI would gather witness statements. You have
Sir,
the witness statements.
I don't want to debate with you how they do their business. I'm just asking, are you willing to ask the White House to conduct such an investigation? Say yes or no, and then we can move on. So are you willing to have them do it?
The witness testimony is before you.
Okay, I'm going to take that as a no, and we can move on.
Also, Brett Kavanaugh said, for 12 years, everyone who has appeared before me on the DC circuit has praised my judicial temperament. That's why I have the unanimous, well-qualified rating from the American Bar Association. But immediately after that fucking hearing, while they were over here gassing the American Bar Association, the ABA came out here and said, considering everything, and we have respect for the rule of law and due process, we need for this thing to be halted, and we need for the FBI to do an investigation before we fucking move on. The very same American Bar Association that he was over here gassing and saying, oh well, girl, I have a well-qualified rating. Them girls can. Okay, well, actually, says we want the FBI to do an investigation for your ass before your ass says anything or does anything. So that was interesting to fucking watch. Now, after all this pressure surmounted, and we had this, I think Jeff Flake asked, it's really, really ironic that his name is Jeff Flake because he went on there and flaked. Oh yeah, girl, these women did a whole intervention almost on the elevator trying to talk to his ass, and he came up there acting like he was going to really be so different, girl. It was just full of air. Them girls said, okay, bitch, I demand an FBI investigation of limited scope in just a week, but we can move forward with this shit anyway. So the shit is moving forward, but they're just like, okay, we're gonna do it. It was just so much pressure that Trump ass had to come out here and say, well, girl, we'll just do an investigation. Limited scope, as I said, 1 week only. So they're just interested in covering their asses as opposed to getting the truth, because if you were interested in getting the truth, you would do a complete investigation no matter what it took, but whatever. America Ferrera was on one of them shows. I forget if it was The fucking View or The Real. I can't remember because all them things are the same to me. But she was on there saying like, girl, this feels like the beginning of The Handmaid's Tale. It feels like the prequel to The Handmaid's Tale. I was just like, yeah, you're right. That's exactly what it's giving me. But let me tell you something, girls. This is a lifetime appointment. It could possibly fuck up a lot of things that we have going, but we just need to take, the only option that we have is to take our asses to the polls in November and vote in such numbers, such huge numbers that they cannot be denied, they cannot be manipulated by these Russian ass girls, because I know that they're going to be there. The Russian girls are going to be there to try and rig the system as best they can, but if we show up, we gotta show up, girls. Like, girl, I don't know what y'all have to do. Get y'all absentee ballots if y'all are registered in different areas. Like, do what y'all have to do, because, girl, we have got to stop. We got to stop his ass.
We've got to stop his ass.
But would you look at that? I've run out of time, just like Donald Trump has run out of IQ points and hairline. So that means that you can have a good goddamn evening.